for the weekend. Drop the top and then we out. We do this every season. Sunshades on the sunny days. Doing 80 and we switching lanes. Just keep it cool and chillin' with the babe. Don't call my phone out here, what you say, or what you say. We ain't gotta keep this on the low. Don't do it fast, we can take it slow. Show you things that you ain't seen before. Before you go, you ought to know. I won't be catching feelings.
Hello everybody, what is up? It is your boy Trix. Did not mean to show my studio, my YouTube studio. Today we're going to be doing some more Rustlings. Anyway, let's get started. I also got a new chair, so if you see me rocking back and forth and stuff, that is because my chair is not nice. Actually, funny story, when in my old chair, which I've had since I think secondary school, that I was rocking back and forth in it like I normally do, but it doesn't have like a rocking back and forth thing. It's just like you rock back and forth on one of the legs, so like you're always just like teetering on the leg. And I've been doing that for like a long time since I was in secondary school, obviously. And then just last week, one of the legs like completely snapped off because of it, and I was like, oh shit. I was balancing on it for like the whole of one of my meetings, and it was pain. I remember telling my senior that my chair broke like after a meeting, and we had like more meetings that day, and I was just balancing on the chair, and yeah. So I went with another chair. It's nice. It has lots of customization and stuff, but I'm probably just going to like lock it into one customization and just leave it at that, honestly. I'm not really into like, oh yeah, let's have it like this for one session, let's have it like that for another session. All I want has lumbar support, which this has got the arms are in one place, so it's like convenient for me when I'm typing, and then forward tilt for when I'm actually working, that it will support my lower back. And then when I want to rock, when I'm like in a meeting or something and I'm just listening and I don't have to touch my keyboard, I just want to be able to rock back and forth. And I think I've got it in a good place right now. I keep playing with how like aggressive it is, with like with how much tension it gives you before you can start rocking. Like right now, this is like highest tension, and like it's okay, but I don't want to be like, what's the right word? I know this is good posture, but I don't know. It feels very weird. I'll try demoing this for a bit. Most of the time I'm in like 1, 2. Yeah, most of the time I'm in like this mode where I'm not like completely upright, but also like my back is just resting on the chair. If I'm in like aggressive lumbar mode, the back is on the chair, but to rock I have to actively push my body back and forth. Like I can kind of hold myself here, but then if I want to do anything, I'm like flung forward. If I'm in 1, 2, if I'm like this and I want to, yeah, if I'm like this and I want to do something, reach for my mouse or whatever, type, I can type like this. It pushes me a bit forward, but I can like kind of hold it back instead of being flung. But if I'm in full on like highest resistance, so you can't really rock back, trying to reach for my mouse, I like have to hold myself, and then if I try reaching for my keyboard at all, I automatically just get pushed back up. So it's interesting. I think like maybe, is 1 a good place to be in? 1 is very upright, isn't it? 2? 2 is a bit better. 2 is a bit better. Because I don't want to be too close to my screens either. What I've noticed with 1 is when I'm in like the highest tension, I'm very close to my screens and I have to like rock back a bit to like read them. Whereas like I'll be sitting like this and coding. Whereas I like to mainly like sit back a bit and code or like do work where my hands are like barely on the table. I want to be able to use my wrist rest. So like around here is okay. I might knock this back to a 3 actually. Yeah, that feels nice because I'm not too close to the screen. Anyway, sorry about my little chair stuff in the first 7 minutes. If anybody doesn't know what chair I'm using, I'm okay saying what chair I'm using. It's a chair from Hayworth. It's the Zodi, but I'm not really a chair person. I just watched a ton of reviews and was like, well, this chair looks interesting. I went with this. But there are probably other chairs out there that people will enjoy. I just wanted a chair with lumbar support and had mesh just because my room gets very hot and very cold at the same time. But I have a heater and like a laptop that blows a ton of heat out. So I just wanted something that wouldn't retain a lot of heat. With my old chair from IKEA, it just retained a ton of heat. So I was like, yeah, I don't want to have that. I want to have something that's kind of breathable. So I went with the mesh chair. And it's nice. I do recommend that if you do get a chair, please demo chairs. I know that sounds good and sounds very weird. It's like when you get IEMs or something. Demo your IEMs. See if you like them, see if you don't like them. And go with it. There's not a lot of chair stores and stuff, so I was like, I'll just watch a ton of reviews. It was either between this or the Aeron, and I was like, that this is a lot cheaper than the Aeron, so I'll just go with this. So I was like, fair enough. But yeah, we use Mira 2s at work, and I really enjoy the Mira 2, and this kind of has like the same seat as a Mira 2 with like the same lumbar adjustment on with 2 sides, one for one side, one for the other side, and then seat adjustment. It doesn't have like a thing for, I don't know what it's called in the Mira 2, where like you can make the bit that touches your legs, either that touches your knee, sorry, the underside of your knee. I don't know what that's called, but it's like a tab underneath the chair that you can roll up and roll down depending on how close you want it to your knee and how far away you want it from your knee. This doesn't have that, which I would have enjoyed. I know the Embody has it, but the Embody's like super expensive. And the other thing that this chair has that's similar to the Mira is the Mira 2 is the winding of like how much you want to have for rocking, for like the resistance to your rock. I like having it that it's very easy for me to rock, that I just need to like push my body back a bit and plant my feet, push my body back a bit. But then if I'm like focusing on something, I want to be able to focus, be close to the screen and like be able to move my head. We're very close to my keyboard and stuff, and like I like being able to use the wrist rest, sorry. So I like being able to rest my arms on the wrist rest instead of having my arms out here touching the keyboard that's like up here without actually using the wrist rest. It just feels like I'm like, the whole point of the wrist rest on your chair they become pointless if you're not actually using them. So I like being able to use them. That's why sometimes I like to rock back and forth in my chair and stuff and like work on my keyboard. Anyway, that's enough about that. Whoops. This was box, I think. So it wanted a box in this. Box of list, I believe. Let me just check. Yep, it wanted a box of list. Then an empty list just wants a box of new of list nil, maybe. I think. An empty list and a non-empty list. This, I think, is literally just going to be... Whoops. Oh, goddamn. I didn't do right click all. There we are. Then non-empty, I can just do list. I could do books, new, and then of cons. Let me look. Okay, so this would just be a cons of 1, box new nil. Creates list nil. There. Basically, I just adapted this because it just wants a non-empty list, so I could just make a cons which will satisfy that list. Then I just need to make a, what's it called? Then I just need to make a box that is not empty. Simple. Well, then I just need to, basically, you need to satisfy this cons condition with just an integer and then a box. The box doesn't have to have anything in it, just the list has to have something in it. So it could just return an index or an integer with a box that's empty. Simple. RC1. Interesting. I'll see. Okay. So. Love that. So you slap an RC on there, RC new, then RC clone. Okay. So that gets an RC. Then clone. But the sun has multiple owners. Okay. Oh. Oh, does it drop? Is that all it does? It just drops between? Oh no, that's what it's doing so far. I should have seen what it was doing. That's just a clone. This is a clone. That's a clone. Then it drops, drop, 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 drop. So Neptune, Uranus, Saturn, Jupiter, Mars, Earth, Venus. Oh yeah. Mercury. There we go. Is Pluto in there? Nope. No, whoops. That needs a strong count Aussie clone and sun. There we are. Okay. Be an arc from the numbers vec. Okay, that's close. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I don't know, that still feels close. 7, 8, 9, 10. Not touching them. 1, 2. 8 feels okay. Yeah, that feels okay. Anyway. Let's do this one by one. So, it's saying make shared numbers an arc in the vectors list. In vectors. Shared numbers needs to be an arc. The whole of chapter 16. It's not just arc new, is it? Hang on. From the numbers vect. That's a mutex. That's a reference count. There we are. New of and numbers. Should be a clone of the arc and the numbers instead of a thread local copy of numbers. Should be a clone of the arc, so it could be just arc clone. Hang on. Is it like this? So instead of that, instead of this memory address here, this should be. Oh, goddamn. There should be an arc clone of and shared numbers. There we are. There we are. Okay. Let's have a look at what this is doing. Cal owned or Cal borrowed. No clone occurs when because input doesn't need to be mutated. Reference no mutation, owned no mutation. We can also pass a slice of that. And so Cal owns it directly. In this case, no mutation occurs and there's also no clone, but the result is still owned because it always was. Okay. Then down here. Oh, of course, this is also the case of mutation does occur. In this case, the call to meet returns a reference to the same data as before. Okay, so I'm assuming no clone occurs because input doesn't need to be mutated. Okay. What does it actually want me to do? Clone interactor if not already mutated. Clone occurs because input needs to be mutated. Okay. Then no clone occurs because input doesn't need to be mutated. So would it just be the other way around for that one? Then in this one, we can always Yeah, then I'm confused by this. What? Hang on. This is in smart pointers in cow 1. No clone occurs because... Okay, hang on, let me just wrap my head around this. So, clone occurs because input needs to be mutated, that's the same, okay. No clone occurs because input doesn't need to be mutated, so that means it's not owned, so it's borrowed. So you, oh, okay. So this one for now makes sense. This one for now makes sense. Okay, then you can also pass it in expected borrow value. Okay. Then this one is also an earned. Okay. Okay. I don't completely understand that. I would really appreciate if someone could explain it to me. So, if no clone occurs, because input doesn't need to be mutated, we assume that it's borrowed, so we don't do anything to it. If it's owned, so we check if it's owned, we say it's okay, then we return an error. And then we do the same thing for the last one. Did the code change at all? Nope, code did not change at all. Okay, I'm even more confused now. I'm guessing it's just testing your reasoning for why you would do it. This is macros. Okay. I'm probably gonna call it a day there. Thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, enjoy the rest of your day, and peace.